This episode is brought to you by Broke Ass to Badass, our signature 8-week online course. Our program is the school where you learn to hustle less and focus on what really matters, getting your products, services, and gifts out to the world. Our program is all the branding, tech, social media, and mindset support that you've been looking for. And this is your one-stop shop for building the badass business of your dreams. And guys, fall enrollment for this program is closing August 31st. If you have been waiting for the right time to jump in, now's the time. Jump on over to brokeasstobadass.com/apply and book a breakthrough call with us.
Welcome to Broke Ass to Badass. We're Kimi and Pua, digital media nerds and jiu-jitsu-loving business coaches, joyously obsessed with creating freedom for heart-led entrepreneurs. We're here to help you go from frustrated to fierce, from hustle to flow, from broke ass to badass. Find out more about us at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode. Hey guys, surprise! We have another episode for you. This is day 2 of the free challenge that we're doing in our Facebook tribe. You can join there, bit.ly/BLE tribe. But we just thought it would be so fun. We had so much fun in this training. We thought we wanted to share it with you guys, our podcast fam. So listen in. This training is all about how to create a tribe of raving fans and clients. And so, yeah, we hope you enjoy this. Again, if you want to jump into the challenge, if you want to come hang out with us in the tribe, definitely check that out, bit.ly/BLE tribe. All right, guys, enjoy. Let's get to it. So hopefully everybody has their homework pulled, their worksheet, I should say, pulled up, and you can follow along again, just like we did yesterday with our training. There's spots where you can fill in, follow along, and you'll hear what your homework assignment is for today. And what is our prize for today? Let's see.
$10 Starbucks. Actually, that's yesterday's prize.
That's yesterday.
$20 Starbucks. Okay, so here's the other thing. It's if you want to be put in the drawing for the free course, the 8-week course scholarship, you must do your homework every day. Okay? And you can win twice.
Yes. Every time you do it, it ups your chances for Yeah. Yay. So fun. Okay, so in today's training, so yesterday we talked about, as you guys remember, really setting ourselves up for success when it comes to social media by getting super duper clear about our big vision, not just for our business, but for our life, and also our badass mission. And what that will do is it will motivate us, it will drive us, it will give us clarity, it will help us to begin to know what our message is, where we want to be, and where our people are. And today we're going to be getting into a little bit more about our people and how to create a tribe of really amazing ideal clients, raving fans, and people that know you, they get you. You know that amazing saying that we're like, you're our people, like you're our people. We love that so much, right? Because it's like, oh, there's just something that we feel it. I keep grabbing right here because I'm like, oh, it's just such a relief to be around people that get you, and it makes everything so much easier as well. And it's our way that we really begin to work with the people that we are meant to work with. And I have to admit, like, this was a really hard lesson for me in life and in business. I definitely grew up thinking like everybody's just supposed to like you, like, you know, and I thought it was my mission in life to get everyone to like me, right? To get the whole world to like me. And when I did, began to understand that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and like, how awesome, what a relief, because it really takes the pressure off of us, right? Like we don't have to be in all places. We don't have to be speaking in a way that resonates with everybody. And in fact, trying to live in that way is completely exhausting. So we can take the pressure off of ourselves and realize that while certainly we're all connected as humanity, our vibe is going to attract a certain type of client, a certain type of person, a certain type of tribe around us, and that's perfect. And what happens is the clearer we get about what our vibe is, who our people are, then we end up really being able to connect with those people. And certainly in the beginning of our business and throughout my life, there have been times where when it comes to social media marketing, I'm trying to find language that is like, I'm trying to like make everybody happy out there in the world with what I'm saying. And what happens is with your content, when you speak in that way, it ends up sounding very vanilla. And then even the people that you're meant to serve and meant to work with actually can't even hear you in that very vanilla language. So we're here to get really specific, really clear about who your people are today so that you can create that tribe of amazing fans and clients and just that vibe that attracts your tribe. So that's what we're digging into today.
Raj. That's for you,
Raj.
So yes. Okay. So if you have your worksheet, time to pull that thing out. Jared goes, I have sheet. So grab your sheet and pull it up on your computer, your printout, whatever you're using to go off of that. It's day 2. And just like yesterday, we have 4 fill in the blanks. So we're going to go through 4 points and give you guys a little bit of insight on how to use each one to really grow your social media following, share, right? Remember yesterday, it's all about sharing your gifts, sharing your service, sharing your solution. It's not about selling. We don't need to do that, right? So we're going to share a few things today about how you can use this to really leverage social media to your benefit. So digging in, point 1 on day 2. All right. So in the blank, you can put, know what kind of people would help you create your best life ever. And we're going to tell you a little story about our company. So our company used to be called Best Life Ever. And this is because as an entrepreneur, when you are following your joy, when you are living in your joy and doing what you love every day, serving people that you love, creating that tribe of amazing humans that you just resonate with to their very core, that is your best life ever. It is all related. Your work, your life, your family, your finances, everything. It's all connected. So to us, being an entrepreneur, doing what you love is best life ever. That's just what it is. And so that's why we had the business that we had for so long. And we recently rebranded to BLE Digital, but in case you didn't put it together, BLE still stands for Best Life Ever. And we function so deeply on that level, doing what you need to do so that you can live that best life ever every single day. And part of living this is surrounding yourself with people who resonate on that same vibration as you, who, they not only really need what you have to offer, but they get it and they get you. And so an example that I want to share with you is I used to work in the wedding industry, kind of helping marketing efforts for different wedding vendors. And here in Hawaii and probably elsewhere, one of the most saturated wedding vendor markets is the photography market. Jer, I'm sure you can speak to this. Everybody's a wedding photographer. And there are some really amazing, incredible, talented photographers. And, there are people who photograph in a certain way and people who photograph in another way. And what we used to kind of coach people on was they would come to us and then they'd say, God, there's so much competition in the market. How am I going to compete with all these people who have been doing this for so long? And we used to tell them there is truly no such thing as competition. There is no one out there competing against you because you are the only you. There is no one out there who does what you do in your way. And once you can really understand this, all of that stress of competing against the competition or, having comparable prices or offering the same thing as someone else offers, it doesn't matter. It is completely, it doesn't make any difference at all. Because as a photographer, you want to attract people to you
who you resonate with, who you vibe with. If you love taking underwater photos, you want to find couples who are willing to dive underwater with all their tux and their wedding dress on and take super fun underwater photos. You want to go take photos in the rain? You can't have somebody who doesn't want to get wet or doesn't want to get muddy, right? So it's all about sharing what's within you and sharing your vibe to attract other people at the same vibration. Social media is an amazing way to do this, okay? Right now, guys, is like the coolest time in social media ever. Live videos. People get to see you in real time as you are, as you speak, right? Like, Kimmy and I swear a lot. If you don't like swearing, you won't like our program. So we love that that's a filter for us to like keep people out of our program who would be offended by our language, right? You don't know that unless you listen to us speak, listen to our podcast, watch a Facebook Live, right? So it's all about sharing that vibration and that resonance within you and your service, which is aligned, yourself, your business. Keep it aligned and share it out into the world. Yeah?
Boom. I should say, fuck yeah. Okay. Gosh. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen our post today, at Brooke Estebadas on Instagram, we talked about having good hearts but potty mouths. So you can dig in a little bit more on this subject. We absolutely love it. And as Pooh said, it is our filter for sure. And so on your sheet now, we're moving on to point number 2. And this is really getting even in a deeper connected relationship here with your people. And the point number 2 is to not just know who your people are, but know your people's pain and know their motivation, right? And perhaps it's the pain that they're motivated to get out of, perhaps, right? So a lot of times too, especially as heart-led entrepreneurs, we and like conscious creators, we don't like to dwell on pain too much, right? Like we don't want to think like, oh, like I just want to tell people how I can help them, and I just want to talk about like what life is going to look like after, but until we really connect and help people to understand that we understand their pain and to speak in the language of that pain, it's harder for them to hear us. And this is especially important too if you, as part of your business, as part of your service, your products, used to experience a certain type of pain and you've moved through it and figured out ways to heal this or transform it or transmute it in some way, then really being able to connect with, go back and think, what did it feel like to be in that place a couple years ago, right? And this is, again, going back to like our ideal client looking a lot like we may have 3 to 5 years ago, somewhere around there. So really think about that. What is the pain that your people are experiencing on a daily, level, on a weekly level, on a grand scheme of their life? And what's keeping them up at night? Right? What are they Googling in the wee hours of the night as they're trying to create their best life ever? What are they? It could be a physical pain, it could be mental, it could be emotional, and it could be spiritual. And we really encourage you as part of the exercise today to sit back and connect to that ideal client, those people that you're so excited to work with, and really step in to where they are right now. Step into what they're feeling on a deep level and identify what is the pain that you are helping them solve. And again, don't be afraid to dig in here, because again, you need to connect to them in terms of the language of the pain that they're experiencing so that they can hear you, so that you can provide the solution. So your goal as a heart-led entrepreneur is not to, exacerbate people's pain. And I think that's the misconception here. It's like we don't want to talk about pain because we don't want to make it worse or feel like that they have to stay there. But that's not what this is about. This is about using the language that's going to connect to them so that they can hear you, so that you can support them and serve them to take them to the next level. So again, you're not exacerbating, you're not rubbing salt in wounds. You're really helping them to get clear about what their wounds or pain is so that you can move them to the solution from there. Make sense? So know your people's pain and motivation, know what keeps them up at night, know what they are like what fires them up, what either angers them or saddens them, what brings out that, really riled up emotion. Just like you asked yourself yesterday, what breaks your heart? Ask yourself, what breaks your people's heart? What breaks your people's heart? Okay, got it? Point number 3, falling it over to Pua.
Okay, so this one is sort of the same, actually. And so you can write in your blank. Write it. That sounds funny. Write it
in your blank.
Know your ideal client so well that it's creepy. We're telling you guys to be creepy. No, just kidding. So what we mean by this, and I think this is actually much easier said than done, because typically your ideal client, your avatar, looks a lot like you. It for us, our ideal client is the Kimi and Pua of 4 or 5 years ago, right? We are sharing the solutions that we needed, that we figured out, and it took us a long time. And what we love is to share these so that, it doesn't take you 4 years to figure out how to make money. It takes you 4 weeks, right? So often we are kind of eating our own dog food, right? We are scratching our own itch and then sharing that with you as entrepreneurs, right? So it's important to really understand your ideal client and kind of put yourselves in their shoes, right? So as Kimi said, know their pain. How are they struggling? How are they suffering? And what are they praying for on the other side? Right? What is it that through working with you or through experiencing your service or your product, what is life like on the other side for them? And where, this is important, where are they looking for these solutions? I'm going to say that again. Where are they looking for the solutions to whatever they are experiencing? Right? If you have a product, are people typically looking for these kinds of products on Amazon? Are they going to a specific store, right? If you have a service, if you have a coaching program, say you're a food coach, where are people looking for health solutions, right? Like what is that barrier to entry? Where do you need to connect with people for them to even know that you're there and to learn more about you, right? So if we think about this, say you have all of these different channels that you could be using and you don't have any of them yet, right? There's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Facebook groups, Facebook pages, right? And we don't ever suggest that you dive into all of these at one time because it can be really overwhelming. Of course, we have things that we can share to kind of integrate them and make them more seamlessly work together. But it's probably going to be a great first step to just do some digging and find out, where are most of your people hanging out? A great place to start is Facebook. It's just like it's the biggest audience, and search Facebook groups. That you can find a lot of amazing Facebook groups with people who are having conversations about what it is that you do, what service you provide, what product you have, and dig into that. Ask questions. You don't need to go into the groups and spam them and be like, this is what I do. Who wants to work with me? Right? Because usually you'll get booted out of those groups. But use it as kind of market research. See what people are talking about. Where are there holes in your industry? Right? What are people not satisfied with? Could you fill those gaps? Right? So find out where these people are and really, really get to know them. Internalize their pain. Because the other thing here is we often forget how much we know. We forget, and sometimes we take for granted the solutions that we have because we've been doing them for so long. We forget that at some point we didn't know that. And there are people out there who also don't know. Right? So it's a great way to remind yourself, right, this is a painful part of business. Right? Like there was a point where we were like, well, we have like a podcast and we have a website, but why aren't we making any money? And we realized that there was nothing for sale. So why would we make any money? But we didn't see it right away, So little reminders, right? Know your people so well that it almost feels creepy. So when you talk to them, it's like you're reading their minds. When you share on social media, you say things like, do you feel like you are doing everything you can and yet you can barely make ends meet because your business is not flowing, right? And people are like, yeah, how'd you know, right? So internalize that. Know people so well it's creepy. And there's point number 3.
Awesome. Okay, so to recap so far, right, we have point number 1, that is to really begin to get clear about who your people are, the people that you get so excited to work with, that light you up, that makes for really a really joyous experience, not just for them, but also for you. Know their pain, know their motivation to get out of that pain, and then really creep out on them a little bit and know exactly where they are and exactly what they're thinking, right? So know them so well that it's creepy. And the last point, point number 4, is to let this really deep connection that you have with your people and the pain that you know that they are experiencing, let that pain move you to take inspired, imperfect action. Let the pain of your people move you to take inspired, imperfect action. And so this last point is really a little bit of, it's a great reminder for all of us, and one that we have to remind ourselves again and again, because there is, as heart-led business owners and business owners with integrity, there's this funny thing that can happen where perfectionism can come in and stop us or block us or hold us back or slow us down in when we're beginning to serve, right? So if you think about it, there's this great quote by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it says that perfectionism is fear in a fancy mink coat and high heel shoes. And I love that saying so much because it really captures that we can sometimes get so caught up in wanting to present what we have so perfectly, and it comes from such a great place in our heart, right? We want to make sure that we are integrity, giving people information that's really going to help them. We want to make sure that we can really help people. Sometimes we get caught up in feeling like we need to have more certifications or have our website be perfect and have everything perfectly in line before we can serve. And what we're here to encourage you to do, and a really great strategy for you as a heart-led entrepreneur, is to really connect to the pain of your people, because it will help to move you. And just like your mission moved you into action, that the pain that your people are experiencing, you're going to remember, like I can actually help people right now. And yes, I know that as I grow, as I learn, I'm going to continue to share, and I will take my people with me. Right? So that's what we do for our tribe. As we learn things, we share with all of you. It is our intention always to take you with us as we grow and as we expand. And so again, really, when you are doing this work to connect to the pain of your people, let that move you into action, because you can't we will so often get stuck behind our computer thinking about the perfect way to construct the perfect thing. And a lot of this challenge, for sure, it's about helping you to craft your message and all of that. But at the end of the day, get out there, take some imperfect actions, let it be a little bit messy, and bring people along the journey with you. Let them see that messiness, because that mess too will become your message. And you can help people right now. You can help people right now. So let that pain motivate you to take inspired action, and know that actually people really don't, if you have the solution to people's pain, they don't care how many freaking Instagram followers you have. They don't care how many certifications you have. They want to know that you can heal that pain, or at least give them some relief. So if you can, it is absolutely our responsibility, if we have that, to be able to begin to serve now in whatever way that you can. So yes, Pua wants to say something. Jump in.
Real quick also, today is a different buyer's market than 10 or 15 years ago. Way back 10, 15 years ago, people cared a lot about professional presentation. And I think we often get stuck in that old school mindset where we need to have the perfect website. We need to have certifications. We need to have a resume. We need to have, right? Like as an entrepreneur, I may never need a resume again. That is freedom, right? Like screw it. That thing is so 10 years ago. But we often, that's the world we grew up in. That's at least the world that I grew up in. And it's time now to shift our mindset. What really matters today, more so than the perfect website, more so than even like perfect copy on all of your things, is your story, is you and your authentic, your vibe, the level at which you resonate in the world. And it doesn't matter what the product is. I'll tell you guys something. I was looking at, this is really weird. I was looking at magnetic eyelashes. So I dance hula and I'm always putting on fake lashes and I hate it. It's just like the worst. It takes so long. I haven't quite figured. One eye always is 5 minutes. The other eye is 45 minutes every time. So I've been looking for alternatives and I'm looking at these magnetic eyelashes and there's a lot of companies out there. And I'm looking for the ones that have really not just like professional responses to the comments on Facebook on their brand, but the ones that have like humor behind them. Has that ever crossed your mind to matter for what eyelash you buy if whoever's responding is funny? Like it shouldn't matter, but it does. It makes me love them as a company. That matters. And we have to remember this because today people are buying based on your authentic self, your story. They need to resonate with your story. So when you're on social media, before you talk about your laundry list of awesome things that you have to offer, share who you are. Share why this matters to you. Share what you went through, what you're going through now. And that's something that we are constantly working on ourselves because as you guys know, entrepreneurship is a really freaking crazy ride. Like there are times when it's so fun and things are flowing and money's coming in. And then there are times of like drought almost, right? And it's fun. We get to hack this. We get to figure it out so that we never have to go through those again. And then we level up and then we hit a whole new set of challenges, right? But along the way, we don't want to share that because it feels vulnerable. It feels like we're sharing our weaknesses. And that's just not true. It's just not true. You're sharing your journey so that people trust that you've experienced it and that you've figured it out and that you can share your solution with them. So as like when you get that feeling of like, oh gosh, sharing this is like kind of makes me feel like throwing up, but I think it's going to be fun. Like just go with it. Right? You know, deep down in your gut, in your soul, if it's something that you really shouldn't share, or if it's something that you're just a little bit afraid of letting people see, that kind of soft underbelly that's really going to help people to fall in love with you. And that's what we need. That's what we need to connect with people who are going to work with us and trust us to take them also on this journey with us.
Amen. Yeah. Awesome. So we are going to be giving you your homework assignment next. And actually tomorrow in tomorrow's training, we're going to go even deeper with authenticity and vulnerability and sharing as you go and really creating deep, meaningful, lasting relationships and to help you create a business and life that you love and to really connect with your tribe. So get ready for that. Get excited. Make sure you RSVP to the Facebook event that we're going to post right after this. So it'll be same time, 9:30 right here in the tribe. So let us know if when you RSVP, you get the reminders that the event is coming. So that's the easiest way to get reminded to be back here. And Pua, do we have any, we're gonna do our thing. Do we have any new homework entries? Was anybody doing their homework from number 1 in class for day? Who did that? Like we used to do that, right? Like get it done before the end of class. Oh my God.
It's funny because like week 1 of school, you do your homework in class. When you get the homework, you're like, I'm going to do it in class and have it ready for tomorrow. And then by week 2, you're doing your homework in class, like to turn it in 5 minutes after it was collected. Right. All right, let's see. Anyone?
This is what we're doing.
This is real life. Oh, we got
Uh-oh. How many
Jer
people?
and JC.
Okay. Jer.
Coming in.
Coming in hot. All right. Jer. See, this is real. We're really doing this in JC. Okay. I'm shaking it up. I wish you were here to do this with me, Pua, like in real life. Like I want to hand it to you for you to grab it.
Here, we'll make
Here, you shake it up for me. Yeah, I know. This is weird. Okay, they can only see one of us. Okay, ready? Tell me when to stop.
Stop!
Okay. Our winner for day number 1 is Malia Borzma.
$10 Starbucks.
All right. Okay, so we'll message you to get that to you. Yay. Congrats. Okay, so again, remember that the more that you get your homework done, the more chances that you have to win our big prize. And yes, you can win a Starbucks card or one of our daily prizes and the big prize, right? So again, we're encouraging participation. Why? Because we want you to not just consume information. We want you to actually take action, inspired, imperfect action.
And we love free stuff.
And it's so fun to pull things out of
So guys, we have Starbucks cards tomorrow. I think tomorrow's $20 Starbucks. We have a $25 iTunes gift card. We have $25 Amazon card and the grand prize of a full scholarship to our 8-week online course. Mm-hmm. And you guys will be entered to win as long as you keep posting your homework. So post away and we'll draw tomorrow.
So your homework for today's training is to share who your people are. Okay, so in great detail, share who your people are and where they are online. So, we've shared on social media before, like our people are gritty AF, our people are fun, they're resourceful, they're action takers, they have a deep burning desire for a better day, a brighter future, they're dreamers, they're visionaries, they're passion-packed, magical fucking unicorns that are ready and to take over the world, and they're so grateful, right? So who are your people? And bonus, where are they online? And let's throw in an extra bonus. Okay. Extra bonus is what inspired imperfect action will you take today to begin to heal someone's pains? One of those people that you are here to serve. How will you take some inspired imperfect action today to begin serving? All right. Oh, and if you're listening to this on our podcast, then be sure it's not too late to come join the fun in our tribe, bit.ly/BLE tribe. So we invite you to join us. Our group is amazing. We love our tribe and we would love to have you come and join us. So it's not too late to jump in and we will see you on the flip side.